Hello there, it's Kevin here from getyourwebsitetoPage1.com. Welcome along to this tutorial today on aweber and some of the benefits for your business. Now, first of all, we've chosen aweber in particular because of its reliability and deliverability in relation to getting your message out there to your particular clients. So if you have a email marketing campaign already set up, you may not be aware that your people are actually open the emails. This particular delivery system can tell us a lot of information about how well your emails are being opened, the deliverability rate actually that it's being delivered, and lots more besides. It is a great system. It does have some fantastic templates that you can use for your newsletters and of course for your website as well. Some of the features of the templates look like this. Here's a new one just for the Halloween theme. We have some holiday ones, back to school ones, pizza delivery ones. So there is a whole range of these inside, and you can click here to find more of them. Okay, and this is just some of the templates that are available. So this is an ideal opportunity for you to be able to email your clients, to do newsletters, to set up a web forms for yourself and on your website. This is a particularly good one. Okay, there is others out there in the marketplace, but we particularly like this one for its reliability and its performance tracking as well. So we can track everything that's going on inside the website. Pricing wise, it is very competitive. It is very good in relation to pricing structures. For 500 subscribers, it's $19 per month, and if you click here, it's going to give you more detail on which way you'd like to pay for this. Okay, $49 per quarter. You can do it like that, slightly cheaper, or if you want to do the yearly payment, it's $149, and it's in US dollars as well. So we can bring you inside here. Let's click inside. Okay, I'm actually inside the account here, and what I want to do is bring you through some of the listings, some of the ways to create a listing, and just show you around as well. If you want to create a new listing for your business, just simply click on this button here. This up here, the tabs up here along the top, let's run through this very quickly. This is your home tab, so it's always going to bring you to the base of where your campaigns are set up. If you're wondering what these are down below, these are different campaigns that are running right now. So this free ebook campaign is 105 subscribers. We can quite clearly see this, and 22 have unsubscribed and 127 in total. So this is actually some of the campaigns that you can actually set up, and once you set these up, you will be able to track your own records of what's happening. So this is the home tab, my list tabs, list settings. If you can click on here, and this is where you would fill out the description of the actual listing itself. So you want to get a name for the listing, and you want to make sure it's available. It will come up here and tell you when it's available. List description, so you can see for yourself what it is. You can have your name coming in here into the email address, and I would suggest doing this if you want to get noticed a little bit more in relation to email marketing. Just put a couple of hashes in between here and hashes here, so when it's delivered to that particular email address, you're going to stand out straight away from your competitors in the marketplace in relation to email delivery. Personalize your list. You can go through here the next stage. You can put in your company name if you wish to do that. You can put in a website, and you can have a signature at the end confirming your opt-in. This is the part where when you can set up the email to tell them thanks for opting into the email, I'm thrilled to have you here, and so forth, so forth. You can edit each one of these here by simply clicking on these and here, and your signature down below as well. Okay, now I will go through these in a different pace, so just bear with me 1 second. I've gone on to messages now. This is the messages section. There's a couple of things happening here. All of a sudden you see a large section here of populated emails. There's two ways of doing this. Okay, is you can sit beside your computer every single day and send an email, and this is no different. You can send it to your list of people. So if we take, for example, there was over 100 people in this group here. If we want to send a message, I can just press on follow up and create messages over a period of time and set them up in a way that they can be delivered at different days. See these intervals, message times. So we're actually picking times that are suitable to maximize the actual opening time. And most people would think that it's earlier on in the day, or 12 o'clock, 10 o'clock when they're in work. Well, in fact, a lot of people are opening their emails between 6 and 9 in the morning. Okay, so there's a tip for yourself. You can change that around to whatever suits yourself, whatever market, but typically speaking, for the most open rates is between 6 and 9 a.m. okay, but depending on your market. So this is the messages. So I've created what's known as follow-up messages here. They're going out on different days. I've done the work first, populated these emails. You can see there's quite a lot here, and they will go out on those selected days to that person. Okay, now that is called a follow-up message. So you want to do a follow-up message, that's exactly what you're doing. You're adding then to this list. So the next email that you do is going to be added directly to this list here. It'll go down to number 40 and so forth. Okay, so that's one way of doing it. And of course, you don't need to be there to send the email. So that's one of the benefits of it. A broadcast email is slightly different. You can do that straight away. You can create these broadcasts the way you want to. Okay, so you can have send or don't send. So let's just clear this one for the moment. Okay, on this pending broadcast, I want to delete that one. Okay, so let's say, for example, I want to create a test broadcast. I can simply go in here, create a template. We click on this here and just give it 1 second and it'll open. Yes, taking a little time, but it's got there. And this is where we can actually design our message. We can pick a logo if we want to, or if you just want to go with your own logo and your own company logo, you can do that as well. And I'll show you how to do that in just a minute. But let's say, for instance, that we just want to pick a template to make things easy today. Say this one here. Let's see here. Let's say we want to pick Halloween, because it's coming up to Halloween very. So just keep content, and it's populated that email campaign there. Okay, and it's got this little logo, very funky little logo. So if you've got something, or you're specializing in the Halloween market, this is a great place to go and do. Okay, and you can have fun with these. You can edit them. You can do all kinds of stuff with it. Okay, so if you want to create just a blank one, let's see if we can just go back here. Let's start again, just for quickness sake. We're going to do the follow-up email here. Okay, follow up once again. Do you remember broadcast? Actually, we're going to do a broadcast, which will send the email address, this email straight away once we've got it designed and that kind of stuff. You can do it in a previous editor, which is just kind of like blank, and there's no stuff in the background. Create new. Just go here again, new HTML one, and that'll open now again. See, it's opening again. It takes a couple of seconds to get there, chugging through. And again, if I just want to do something myself or take one from my own website, I can simply just come down to this editor, click on this here, okay, and this will expand. Okay, I can do some great stuff with this. I can, let's see, I can clear it all off if I want it and start from scratch. That's what I suggest that you do. If you want to add an image, you can add an image from your website. You can take the image here and you can insert it here into this here. Okay, just put your copy code, but it must be uploaded. The image must be uploaded onto your PC first of all. Okay, and then we can create and we can put in our own link into that image as well. So whatever your website is, whether it's getyourwebsite-to-page1.com or whatever, you can put that in there, and then that allows you to have your header and also to have your website linked to it. Okay, now if you want to increase that by doing an article, you simply drag. Once this is completed, okay, I'm just going to take that out of the way for the moment. Once that's completed, your header will be in here. And then if you want to add an article, you can just simply drag and drop these down as appropriate to yourself, okay, and to populate your emails, so forth. So if I want a paragraph or a headline, I can just put it in there. I can just come along here and click and say, hello, just for instance, that's the header. So there you go, that's your header done. You can centralize it, you can bold it. We can bold it by putting something here. We can ILAC it, which is a different format. We can underline it, we can strike through it, we can, you know, change everything, the color, the font, whatever we want to do with it. We can kind of play around with that and say okay, and so forth, and there's more items here. So let's say that's the way it is there. You can see that's happening there. We can add an image by simply dragging down. That's the image that we were talking about before. We can put an article underneath that again. Okay, so save it. That's the best thing to do, is to save it. Save it down here in the corner, okay? And then what you can do is just come along with your, we've got the article. Let's say we want to, add an article. You can see what's happening here if you want to add an article. Again, it gives you the opportunity, if you have it on your web page, to do that and put a link there as well. If you just want to have a save again, it's obviously a good thing to do. If you want to have the, say, just the plain text, you can do this here, and you can have your email. And just by simply clicking on this and deleting that away, we can kind of say, you know, hello. And if we do this here, go up here to this one here, this is going to personalize it. So if you click on this, disappears, and you can put the first name in of the person. And as soon as they've opted into the form itself, they'll populate this with their name, which so it's fairly cool and fairly funky. So you can play around with that, test and preview it. You can send it to your email account and it'll come through, just to make sure that it has come through okay. Now down here there's a little thing here. You have to have your details of your company here for the anti-spam laws. That's something that you can't do about. And it gives the opportunity to somebody to unsubscribe from your newsletter or your mailing list, and that way you're compliant with the anti-spam laws. Okay, so you can't see it here, but it will appear in their actual listings as well. Subscribers, you can search for your subscribers. You can go through here and you can see a list of subscribers down below, okay, in this list. But if I wanted to just say I want to change it to the city, I can change the city, I can choose a city, and then do a search down below here, and it'll actually retrieve then the ones from the city, you know, or just say Dublin and see what happens here, Dublin, and search, and again it goes off and it comes back and it tells you the segments of what they are. You can send an email to add it today, since yesterday, in the last 7 days, in the past 7 days, or you've got to send it just out to somebody in the past 30 days. You can do a search and it'll go off and it'll start to drag back the emails of the people that are in the last 30 days, just in case you just want to send something directly to them rather than the whole list itself. So that's equally important. It also, if you flick down here, there's another section here about the people that did not open your message, or message opened. You can tell whether they opened it or not opened it, and search. And if you've done a message broadcast in the last 30 days, it'll come up and tell you all that information. So that's the subscribers. You can add, you can import, you can unsubscribe people, you can block people, and then you can create your web forms for your websites here. So here's a couple of examples. If we just do a preview, it just comes in here and you can just do a simple opt-in form for your website, or you can do something like this, you know, with logos and stuff like that. You can do this one here, which is another one. And when you want to put this and insert it into your, so say if you have your website designed and this is what it looks like, or your opt-in form, you can come along and basically insert that into the forms. Okay, so we just go back here again and we go to publish. It's going to publish this one that's already designed. Okay, and then we have raw HTML. We take this code here and we put it into our autoresponders, and that will help you around the place. So look, I just wanted to keep this very short today. If you want reports and find out all the statistics of what's going on, this is a very good way to do it. You can see the graphs, the indications, the unsubscribes, the people, the areas, the cities, the countries, and so forth. And it'll give you a breakdown of a detail of exactly where they are, Dublin, and you can see all the way down the different areas of the world where they are. Texas, give you an indication of where your list is coming from. So that's all I got to say today. This is a very quick overview of aweber. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and we'll go through this in a bit more detail a little bit later on. Bye for now.